At many conventions, the exhibition hall is the main focus, but at PAX East, it's just one facet out of many. But it's still a pretty overwhelming facet. I mean, you can't walk anywhere in the exhibition hall without them aggressively advertising something at you. Not to you, at you. And sure, it would have been interesting to try out some of these games, but after they advertise at you, they then make you wait in a really long line. And frankly, there was only one game on the floor that I thought might be worth that line. I'm waiting in line for Portal 2, and I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Okay, I know gushing about Portal on the internet is pretty common, but let's face it, some things deserve their hype, and Portal is one of them. When I play a game, it's usually to get an interesting story, experience a world or an atmosphere, or live through a character. And gameplay itself is kinda secondary to me. I mean, let's face it, I'm a fan of Telltale. But the original Portal is one of the very few games I can think of where the gameplay itself impressed me. The mechanics, the design of the puzzles, the execution, everything felt wholly original. Nothing seemed like anything I had ever experienced before, and it was wonderful. It has all the trappings that make a game awesome: an intriguing storyline, hilarious dialogue, a song by Jonathan Coulton. So they have a lot to live up to in Portal 2. And are they gonna pull it off? Well, at the risk of getting my hopes up a little too high and setting myself up for disappointment, holy crap, this is going to be the greatest game ever made in history. Now, I waited through the interminably long line because my original plan for learning about the game didn't work out. Can you give us any Portal 2 spoilers?
What do you think?
And once we got through the line, we got to the demo. Okay, I might have preferred a playable demo, but it was still really neat. And I got a free t-shirt.
The most tremendous force in the cosmos. Free t-shirts!
From the looks of things, they've amped the gameplay here up to 11 in a way Spinal Tap could only dream of. It's looking like some of these puzzles are going to be way more elaborate and complex, plus the multiplayer element adds a whole new level of gameplay. And just in case we were nervous that they were putting all of their effort into the complexity and letting the story, humor, and characters fall by the wayside, we got a peek at 2 new characters from the game voiced by really awesome actors. First of all, you've got a robot pal voiced by Stephen freaking Merchant.
And it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage.
Have a lovely bit of muffin.
Now, we all know Stephen Merchant is hilarious, and it looks like his voice is being put to really good use here. This character seems to be the polar opposite of GLaDOS, and yet he still feels like a Portal character through and through. From his attitude to his manner of speaking, everything about this character feels just right at home in this game series. And as if having Darren Lamb in the game wasn't enough, they're also giving us J. Jonah Jameson. Yes, the magnificent J.K. Simmons plays Cave Johnson, the founder of Aperture Science, who I presume is long dead, but we're hearing his voice through the early experiments, much like GLaDOS in the first game.
This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs.
J.K. Simmons is one of those actors who has good dramatic chops, but also has magnificent comic timing. And I don't know if we'll see the former at play in this game, but we'll certainly see a lot of the latter. He has a gift for really selling comic understatement, and that comes in very handy, at least in this demo.
Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we got a much better test for you, fighting an army of mantis men.
So even though I would have liked to play some of the game for myself, I still think it was worth the wait in line, because everything about this demo made me even more excited for Portal 2 than I already was. And I didn't think that was possible. Problem is, I don't exactly have a lot of money in my game buying budget, so... If anyone wants to buy me a really early birthday present, you know what to do.